everyone. This is Elliot Serrano for the Chicago Red Eye and Geek to Me, coming to you once again from the Chicago Comic-Con in Rosemont, Illinois. It's called the Rosemont Comic-Con. Because this is in Rosemont. It's not really in Chicago.
No.
But
who wants to say they're coming to Rosemont Convention? They want to say they're coming from Chicago. Like everybody says they're on Facebook, they say they're from Chicago when they're out like in the suburbs and stuff.
Actually, I'm guilty of that myself. Oh. You know, I live in Streamwood, but I put myself down as a Chicagoan because I write for
Hoser.
That's me.
That's all right.
I'm joined here by local comic creator and the man behind Sequential Chicago, Tom Stillwell. Tom?
Good to meet you. Good to see you.
Good to see you, sir. We kind of roam in similar circles. You're a local creator, and you do a lot in the local comics community. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your work? I'm particularly interested in your new trade, Honor Brigade.
This is my new Honor Brigade trade. The story takes place in Chicago, a lot of Chicago settings, Wrigley Field, Sears Tower, that kind of thing. And it's about a superhero team as they form and get together. And I figured, well, New York is pretty covered with superheroes, so you might as well have some in Chicago. It's brand new. It just came out. And it's got great stuff in it by Gail Simone, Mike Norton, Tim Seeley, who's another local guy. Mike's local too. Chris Burnham, another local guy. So got a lot of extra cool stuff in it, and I'm pretty excited about it.
Now, there's something about your work that really seems to evoke the comics of yesteryear. And the comics that I used to read growing up, because I think the comics today have changed a lot. They really slant more towards a very adult sensibility. What do you think it is about comics today that made you want to create something like Honor Brigade?
Well, I have a young daughter, and she enjoys comics. I didn't force her into it. She came to it naturally. And we read comics together. Now, there's very few I can actually read with her. And it's a shame because I like a lot of the mainstream titles of Marvel and DC, but I can't show her, some of the sex stuff and the extreme violence and the swearing. And I think, it kind of weakens the story when you have to do those things. So my comics are all ages, but they are not kiddie comics. It's something that a mom and a dad and the kids can sit down and enjoy, or just an adult by themselves. And it's got a lot of the fun, the Silver Age in there. But it's also got, the edge. It's a modern store someone can get into. So I wanted to make something that was accessible to everybody.
And you do have, I like your marketing strategy for those who've never seen Tom at or his booth. He's got, of course, all the colorful cutouts. We have the different characters. This is the suit. And we have
Lightning
Rod. And we have some really cool... some cool coloring pages here.
That's from Mike Norton?
Yeah, from Mike Norton. Toy Boy. You have not only coloring pages, but the kids can get, Free crayons. All showing that you're gearing towards younger readers, something that I hate to say, I don't think enough comic companies do.
It is a shame. They know that they're marketing towards the guys with the money. Guys like you and me, they know they're going to lock in. DC's been a little bit better with it. Marvel's been okay with it, but I wish they could do more to make all their books accessible to kids, not so much just having a kids line, but I think they're going to stick in that model for the time being. They don't see that they're going to make any money off of making the mainstream books more accessible to kids.
Until all the current fanboys die.
Right, until we're all going to die off. So that's my thing. I'm looking for longevity in the market. I know I'm going to die someday. And the kids below us, they're going to need more than just the video games that they played as superheroes. Because I go to my wife's school. She's a teacher, and I talk actually to the whole entire school in spurts. And they all love superheroes, but they know them from the movies, and they know them from the video games that they play. And the TV shows. They don't read the books at all. When I tell them they're books and I show them the books, they say, "Oh, this is great."
Oh, wow. Reading, too, is a comics got me into reading when I was a kid, and that's something that's unfortunate that they're losing that. You also have a website called Sequential Chicago. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, there's such a pool of talent here in Chicago. I do a weekly drink and draw with a bunch of artists, and I said, man, there's so many guys here that are working for Marvel and DC and all these indie places. I figured, what a shame to have all this go unknown. You talk about New York, you talk about LA having all this talent. but you have publishers here in Chicago. You have great stores. You have all kinds of events going on. So Sequential Chicago pulls all that together. It's a resource site where it shows what events are going on, links to creators' websites, the publishers' websites, and I do news every day, what stuff that's coming out or something in the news that involves publishers or creators in Chicago.
I haven't seen you pushing any of my stuff.
I have your link on there.
That's
and
true.
I'm waiting
It does.
for your book to come out.
It does. Yeah,
and when does that book come out?
August 19th. Ash Shaves Obama.
Obama. Keep that in mind.
Anything else you wanted to share with us, Tom?
Just, hey, keep reading comics and keep getting your kids into comics.
Awesome. Tom?
Thanks a lot, Elliot.
Thank you. Again, it's Spinner Rack Comics. The trade is called The Honor Brigade. Tom Stillwell's site is sequentialchicago.com.
That's it.
And again, the local scene, we have a big local scene here in Chicago. Lots of really talented creators. Men like Tom Stillwell are not only trying to highlight, but a part of the community.
Well, thank you, sir.
So thanks for joining me. And thanks for joining me here yet again here from Comic-Con in Chicago. This has been Elliot Serrano for Tom Stillwell, and it's been Geek to Me.